Alrighty, everybody. Welcome. Just kind of threw together a quick little live stream for you guys because, well, we're about to get hit by a pretty good storm from what it looks like. So I wanted to document it here. But I hope everyone's doing good. I look very bright right now because the sun or the window. But what's up, everybody? Welcome. We got our live camera set up outside so that we can monitor everything that's going on here. We actually just got a pretty good amount of winds that just came through here from a little bit of an outflow boundary. But yeah, we're getting ready to get hit by a storm. I'm gonna go ahead and add radar up to this window. So let me do that real quickly. What's up, Joplin? Welcome. What's up, Abby? Jim? Welcome, guys. Here, let me crop this out real quickly, you guys, so we just can add some radar to this so we can kind of see what's going on. We're gonna put this in the top left because, well, you know, there's a tree there, so makes it a little bit more useful not to cover the entire sky. But yeah, it's getting a little iffy out there. Like I said, we just had quite a bit of winds that just rolled through here. For once, YouTube actually notified you. Oh wow, that's a first. That's definitely a first. But yeah, no, we got quite the quite little outflow boundary on the storm here. It's actually rolling over us right now. We're gonna hop back over here so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. It's not severe warned or anything. There has been a little bit of lightning. Actually, it looks like it might be weakening a little bit. It was quite active. Looking at radar there, you see all those little lightning strikes. And you can see that the latest few scans, it looks like it's, I wouldn't say dying, because, I mean, it looks like we still have a little bit of convection going on in there, but it's definitely not as strong. Hopefully it'll kind of pick back up as it goes over us here. You can kind of see a glimpse of it on the left-hand side of the screen there, those dark clouds on the left. Those are a part of that storm. Let's see. Terry says, I'm in Tampa. Where's the storm? We need rain. It's hot. Yeah, I completely understand. This is really only the main storm that's going on here right now in Florida. Out here by Tampa, let's see here. So here's Tampa. We do have a little bit of a sea breeze coming through. Not a lot of convection, though, for areas out by Tampa. We do have some storm activity out by St. Petersburg area, but really not anything big. So looks like a storm is coming. Yeah, it is. What's up, Ponderosa? Welcome. But yeah, here's live camera right outside. I got my mesonet in the top so you guys can see the data coming through. Also, let me bring up the graphs here so we can kind of see what we're looking at. Let's see. Yeah, winds definitely did just, wow. Here, let me show you guys this real quickly. This is crazy. So this is the graph from my mesonet. I know I look really bright right now. But this is the graph from my mesonet. You see the temperatures, how much they've dropped here? I mean, we went from, let's see here. At 5:30, we went from a temperature of 95 to now we're at a temperature of 88. Goodness, look at that pressure increase too. Yeah, pressure's been steadily decreasing, and once we got this outflow boundary, the pressure increased because it's basically the cold air coming down from the thunderstorm, kind of increasing the pressure on us. But wow, dude. Yeah, there's our winds too. We spiked up to 8.5. Nothing really crazy. Yeah, you can see the storm on the view. So there's my weather station here. 89 currently, 72 dew point, 1,018 millibars. There's the radar too, but we got a better radar we can look at here, which we're gonna hop back to camera. So that's it now. Wow, look how much that's already picked up. Sheesh, that's picked up quite a bit. Let's see here. Terry says, "Yep, we're in a few drier days, making it hotter." Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's been a little dry here the last couple of days here. What's up, Robbie? Good to see you too, man. Thanks for the coverage. Yeah, no problem. We're just kind of doing a little bit of storm spotting here. We're gonna do some live coverage on severe weather tonight. Because we do have an enhanced risk here today, which is a level 3 threat. So We're definitely gonna we're definitely going to be covering a lot of that later on because we're going to definitely need it. Here, let me bring that up for you guys real quickly. We'll go ahead and show this real fast. I'll keep the camera on so you guys can see, but just look at the radar in the top. You can see up here. So day one outlook, we do have an enhanced risk today. You can see this orange area here. This includes a lot of central Minnesota and eastern South Dakota here. This is an enhanced risk they added here overall. So you can see we do have a pretty large level 2 threat too. They also added a slight risk here for eastern Virginia and a little bit of southern Maryland here as well for today. But yeah, we do have a 5% tornado risk today. We do got ourselves a level 2 threat for tornadoes here across the brown, 5% tornado risk. The yellow, or yeah, that's yellow. The green area here, a 2% chance for tornadoes. In terms of the wind threat, we do got a non-significant 30% risk here in the red across a lot of Minnesota, 15% across the yellow, and a 5% chance here across the brown. But we do actually have a significant hail threat today. Eastern South Dakota and west central Minnesota here. This is a big 15% hatch risk here for potential hail 2 inches in diameter and larger overall. So that is that. Robbie says, "Oh, I didn't realize it was Storm Spot, and it's cool as well. I'll be sure to tune into these too." Oh well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do some coverage tonight. I think we're gonna need it. We're gonna need to do it tonight. But we just have a storm coming through over here, so kind of wanted to stream this as we really haven't done a storm spot and stream here in a little bit. That thing has quite a wicked outflow boundary, though. It is. Temperatures have dropped quite significantly. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean it's still heading towards us. It's definitely not as crazy looking as it was. I mean it's still kicking though. I mean look at the latest scan. You can still see we got some pretty decent convection going on. Pretty decent reflectivity. It definitely has dropped in quite a bit of lightning activity, as you can see. But it's still on the way, man. Still on the way. You can see the Spanish moss on the west, or the left side, I should say. We're actually looking east here. But yeah, no, we do have the Spanish moss. You can see kind of flowing in the wind here. Winds are picking up a little bit. That they are. Right now we're kind of right around. It looks like. Let's see here. Winds are about 5 miles an hour right now. Here, I'm going to do something a little bit better for you guys. I don't know where I put it. I have a Python script that I created that will allow me to kind of show you guys the current view. Let's see, like the secondly data. I forgot what I did with it, though. Oh, where did I put it? It's got to be somewhere on my desktop here. I have a lot of Python scripts. I was working on my... my website lately. So I have like a lot of random Python scripts all over the place. Let's see. Maybe it's under documents? Possibly? I don't know what I do with it, man. Shoot. Well, that kind of sucks. Is it under my downloads? I think it is. Hold on. Yes, indeed. I think I found it. Here, let me put it up here. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Y'all, I got you some good data coming through now. Hold on a minute. I'm cooking up something here for you guys. Oh, yes. I forgot I had this, man. There you go. So now we can actually see the secondly data. I might have to restart it a few times here and there because it does like to lock up on me. I have to fix out some bugs in it, but oh, buddy, here let's make it look a little nice, shall we? Put that like there, and we'll just there we go, perfect. All right, there we go. So now you guys can see the live data coming through. Temperature 87, dew point 73, humidity 64%. And you guys can see which way the winds are flowing to on the top left of that little chart there and the current wind speed. But yeah, this updates every second here. literally have 5 storm chasers on your computer right now. Hey, man, well, gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Bill says, is this the only storm? Well, out by Florida where I'm at, this is the storm that's near me, which is one of the only storms in Florida right now. Yeah, Florida's not really convecting too heavily today. We got kind of lucky, I guess. You know, getting this storm out here. Let's see here. Love the weather tech, cool stuff. Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I worked on this program. I made it probably, I don't know, 2-3 months ago. I still need to work out some of the bugs in it, but yeah, no, it's super useful, especially for streams like this, so you guys can visualize everything. You can see everything going on with my camera. I have the radar, you know, and all the Mesonet data I have. So it's like you guys have everything you need to see here. Both data wise and visually. Pretty cool. Let's see here. But yeah, no, we did get some pretty gusty winds there. We just had that outflow boundary roll through here. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? It is probably about to rain here. This cell here is coming right up on us. I know it's kind of hard to see because we're pointing east, but if we look further left, which we can't, but further left, there is a cell right on us here, basically. Quite the noodle, though, man, I tell you. Terry says we're in a dry spell until midweek in the Tampa area. Yeah, it is a little bit dry, unfortunately. Just a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we'll get out of this mode here soon. It's certainly pretty dry. I mean, yesterday kind of was too. We didn't really have much of anything going on here. Last couple days, really. I mean, there was a time though. I think it was a week before last, where we had like tons of rain. So, but grass is still really green, still growing very quick. That is for sure. But yeah, like I mentioned, y'all, you know, we do need to be weather aware today. Not for Florida, really. I mean, we don't have any severe weather threats here. But up in the upper Midwest here, once again, we do have level 3 enhanced risk here. You know, for a lot of central, lower portions of Minnesota. Once again, they do have a 5% chance today for tornadic activity here, which extends across a lot of central Minnesota, northeastern South Dakota here, and a little bit of northwestern Wisconsin. So we'll need to look out there for that. But yeah, winds right now, winds are kind of between like 2 to 5 miles an hour for the most part. It's really nice to have the secondly data here. Yeah, up top, that's the minutely data. That's a thing my friend created, but this here we have real-time data, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice. Let's see here, but yeah, that storm should be right up on it. Oh, did they issue a watch? They sure did, didn't they? Yeah, we got a severe thunderstorm watch for not Wisconsin, Minnesota. Also, eastern South Dakota here. There's a new watch in place. All right, let's hop back down here. See what we got going on with this guy. Yeah, this storm is right up on us. Right up on us. Unfortunately, it lost a little bit of strength here. You can see that earlier scans, I mean, we were convecting heavily. And now it's lost a little bit of its kick, but, you know, it's still trying. It still is. Jim says, well, dang it, I thought it was hurricane season. What's really going on? Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. A lot of people don't realize is that we're still not even at the main latter part of the season, meaning that, you know, the most of the tropical activity on statistical averages is ahead of us already. So, we still have to get to the main tropical activity. Now, we're going to be climbing up that ladder all throughout August, and we're going to peak in the second week of September. And then after that, we're going to start declining throughout October. And once we approach November, that's when it kind of calms down. So I can even show you guys the hurricane chart. I've been showing this a lot lately, but it's certainly pretty good to kind of show you guys, just to kind of let y'all know. Let me bring this up here. Hurricane activity chart. Hold on one second here. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me zoom out a little bit on it so you guys might see it. So it's in the top there if y'all can see. But yeah, so that kind of shows us the activity. So come on, I don't want you to snap. There we go. But yeah, so right now we're in late July. This is August 1st right here. My cursor's at. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty well. But you can see we're still at the bottom of this ladder here. You know, once we go through August, that's when we start really climbing. And once again, it's not until we really hit, like September, like the second week of September is when we peak, That's once we peak at the top. And then, of course, throughout October, we start to steadily decrease. And once we hit November, that's kind of when we top or bottom out. So, yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of the activity ahead of us, essentially. We're kind of just starting to get on the ladder now. But we'll be sure to do this, too, whenever we have hurricanes and stuff, dude. If we get a good tropical, if we get a good tropical system here across Florida, we'll be sure to do storm spotting streams just like this. And I do plan on getting a backup generator too. I did have a generator fund last year, which we're going to have to eventually get a generator here for this year. But we'll have that linked up to my computer. We'll have it running just in case the power goes out. As well as we'll have I'll use my hotspot on my phone. Make sure that's charged too. So we'll be rolling, man. I tell you, this tropical season, we're gonna be in for it. So that's if we get something. Last year was very active for Florida. We'll see if this year's the same or whatnot. Yeah, I mean, Abby, it's not super common we get hurricanes in New Jersey. Not really. I mean, it can happen, of course, but it's not super, super common, really. I feel like the Carolinas would get more on average than New Jersey was, because, you got that kind of little lip on North Carolina. Let's see. Jim says, well, I need one. I'm waiting on my vacation. 60-something, going to catch a hurricane. Well, I mean, be careful if you do. They're fun, but they're dangerous. They can be dangerous. So, like Milton last year. Boy, I had quite the time with Milton. And the eye wall, too, It was, I think it was an upper cat 1, lower cat 2. Whenever it hit us directly when we were in the eye wall. No, it had to have been a cat 2. Because we had reports of winds above 95 out here. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, and seeing what it was as a Cat 1, Cat 2, I could only imagine what a Cat 5 would be like, But thankfully, we really don't see them, too often come this far inland. Usually, they weaken a lot by the time they reach us. Yeah, I remember Sandy. I lived up in Northern Virginia at the time. We were out of school for a little bit. Yeah, Sandy was quite a storm. Sean says there's a tropical depression near Hawaii. There is. Yep. There's also 2 other disturbances out there. Here, I'll show y'all. Yeah, we do have this guy. This is actually going to be tropical storm. It's expected to go tropical storm here. Let's see. Is that by the night, I think? Yeah, later tonight. But yeah, we also got 2 other areas here. EPAC the one disturbance here off of the west coast of Africa, not Africa, west coast of Mexico. This one has an overall 60% chance of formation, 0% chance in the next 48 hours. Still haven't added anything up here in the eastern Atlantic, though. We got that wave coming through. Models still kind of support it, which, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. But we'll see if it does anything, That we will. Let's see here. Dude, the thing is like right on us, basically. Right near us. Yeah, it's very close. Milton weakened quite a bit before landfall here in Tampa. Yeah, I think it was. I think just before landfall, it got down to Cat 3, if I'm not mistaken. I think it made landfall as a Cat 3, and went inland. I think by the time it went off the east coast of Florida, I think it was still a Cat 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember it went out in the Atlantic and kind of just died over there. Yeah, that storm was something else, man. I tell you. Let's see here. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one depression out here in the Central Pacific. But it's not gonna do anything. It's not expected to. What is this? Oh, I didn't know that was there. Little island west of Hawaii called what is it? Johnston Island. Has a little airport. It's basically an airport island. Man, wouldn't that be cool? Just to live on an island like this, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. What is this? Is this like an Air Force base or something? I mean, there's not much to it. Bunch of little islands here too. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of just random little islands all over the place. A lot more than you think. Hawaii's the big islands, though. What's up, Calvin? Welcome. Dude, has that temperature dropped, though? Holy cow. We're at 83 degrees right now. You can see on my Mesonet data there on the left panel. Temperature is 83.6 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And before the outflow boundary ran through, we were at like 95, which is crazy. Let's see. I think it was high Cat 2 in Tampa. Strongest hurricane I've seen here in decades. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was Cat 3. I thought it got downgraded to Cat 3 just before the landfall and made landfall as a Cat 3. Because it did go slightly south of Tampa. The eye did. It went south of Tampa slightly. Let's see here. Sounds like my location surrounded by water. Must be nice, my friend. Or near Cat 2. Yeah. Oh, we're getting a little bit of rain now. Yep. Here comes the rain. Y'all see it? Just a nice little steady rain here. Might be a little hard to see on the camera. Oh. Did y'all hear that? Shoot. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. That was a little bit of a little bit of lightning and thunder, man. Here, let me listen and see if I can hear it. Goodness. Here, I'm rewinding my stream here. Yeah, I think you guys could hear it. Dang, dude. Not much rain here in Houston, says Calvin. Gotcha. Yeah, it's just kind of sprinkling here right now. It's not anything crazy. Dew point. Look where we're at now. 77-degree dew point out here right now. Humidity jumped, you know. Dang, dude. 83 degrees out, 77 dew point, 82% humidity currently. Here, let me bring up the graph so you guys can see it here. Y'all can look at here. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to my normal cam. Here we go. Nice. Yep. So look at the temps now. 70. What is that? 77 here. Dew point 77. Temperature 83 degrees. Why am I so bright? Yeah, you can see the dew point though. We are skyrocketing here. Pressure's kind of doing a little bit of a weird thing. Oh, the rain's picking up now. You know, this is a classic Florida moment where you have it raining and you can see part of blue skies, you know? Typical. Oh, actually, the storm's strengthening again. Hopefully we'll get a good lightning strike. Ignore my alarm. Hopefully we'll get a good lightning strike on the cam. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, there was one pretty close by that we had. Let's see, we had a strikeout by Eaton Park area. Humidity high in Tampa. Yeah, I can imagine. I can't believe we're at 77 dew point, dude. That's just... Holy cow. Dude! No way. Today's maximum dew point here, according to my Mesonet station, was 81.6 Fahrenheit. A dew point of 81.6 Fahrenheit and a max temperature of 101.3. Let me do the calculations here. Heat index calculator. All right, so the air temperature was 101.3. And the dew point was, let's see, 81.6. 81.6. That's a 126 degree heat index. Now that's max temperature and max dew point. Let me actually look at what time those were. Max dew point here. Okay, so max dew point was here at 15 UTC, but temperature is 93. Here, let's readjust that here for actual. 93.7. That's still a heat index of 116. That's still ridiculous. Oh, there comes the rain. You guys can really see it now. Clouds building there in Tampa. Let's see. Yeah, we do have a little bit of an not outflow boundary. A sea breeze coming in here, which is probably kicking up some clouds. Man, I tell you what, we got lucky here in Lakeland, man. Let's see, I guess Florida's the lightning capital of the United States. Yeah, it sure is. Florida gets all kinds of storms. I mean, we get our daily storms. I mean, our geography is a main reason why we get so many storms, you know, because we're surrounded by water on three sides. You know, we got the Atlantic side, and then we got the Gulf side. So, you know, it's like as the sun comes out, heats up the surface, causes some of the air to rise, um, in which kind of creates a little void of low pressure over the mainland, and then the higher pressure surrounding it, which is in the waters, comes inland, which creates sea breezes. And these sea breezes act as a source of lift, which can spark off convection, and there's a lot of instability because of the lapse rates here in Florida, because they're so great. The temperature from the upper atmosphere compared to the lower atmosphere is very great, so we have a lot of instability. That's why we have a lot of storms here in Florida, partially. We always have a source of lift. I mean, shoot, even just the void of low pressure can, the rising air can create enough lift to spark convection. It's pretty crazy. It's really cool though. Let's see. Gil is the next name for the Eastern Pacific. Gotcha. What's up, Chris? Saying, hey, how's it going, man? Happy Sunday. You too. Dodged a bullet with a couple of storms today, but there was another little storm system came in and dumped a bit of rain, a few rumbles of thunder. Gotcha. Well, glad to see you're okay, man. Good to see you, Chris. Hopefully you're doing good, man. We'll see the bigger storm for the area will be Thursday because of the stronger cold front. Yeah, we actually have a pretty decent threat here going into Monday and Tuesday as well. You got to watch out for that Dorito threat. Yeah, we're gonna keep a close eye on that here. I mean, even HRRR shows a big Dorito. What I mean by Dorito is derecho potential. Yeah, this model's still showing it here for tomorrow going into the 29th. So, definitely keep an eye out there for that. Later tonight, we're going to do some coverage too. Actually, we got a pretty decent line of storms tonight that's going to roll through overnight hours from what it looks like. Yep, so we're going to do night coverage tonight, y'all. I know there's going to be a lot of people covering the main day today, so we have a lot of coverage out there already, which is good. But, people, a lot of people don't cover nighttime, which I like to step in at night to help out because, first of all, nighttime's a little bit more dangerous considering that you really can't see much. It kind of makes it a little bit dangerous. But, also because it's just good to be there to help out when there's not a lot of help going on, so that way it ensures that there's always somebody covering the weather. It's very important in my eyes. Let's see. I see I may get storms in Houston with numerous lightning strikes. Well, I don't think Houston has anything severe going on. I think we just general thunderstorms. Yeah, a lot of the nasty stuff is up in the upper Midwest, Northern Plains area. Also, we do have a little bit of severe weather today, though, out by the Mid-Atlantic. Another little slight risk we have. Jim says, I wonder how hard it is to get a room when there's a hurricane coming. What, like a hotel room? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Probably not that hard. What's up, Renita? Saying, hi, Andrew. What's a derecho? Sorry if I misspelled it wrong. No, you're good. So derecho is basically a long-lived line of really aggressive storms, in which, sometimes derechos, I call them Doritos, because why not? Sometimes they can contain, extreme winds of, in excess of 100 miles an hour. I mean, they're like really, really powerful lines of storms that last for several hours. They're pretty aggressive. And, also there is a tornado threat with them too, and a bit of a hail threat as well. It's just kind of a really aggressive line of storms that lasts several hours, basically. Can see the rain coming down. Jim says, I think it'd be awesome to be on like the 10th floor during a major or during a main hurricane. Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty neat. You know, for a storm lover, absolutely, including myself. Man, I tell you what, during Milton, I was so excited. I was so excited during Milton. Like, the only part that really sucked was the aftermath. You know, the cleanup part and the without power part. Man, I hated that. That sucked. But like the thrill of going through the storm is it's fun. I like it. Renuda says we'll hit Georgia. No, no. It's gonna stay far up to the north. This is more for areas like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. So Calvin says local news in Houston saying disturbance going to loop around high pressure again back towards Texas at the end of the week. Really? Let me look. See if that's true. We do have low pressure, or sorry, high pressure in place. Let's see. GFS. Let's go back to, let me pull up 12 UTC real quickly. Nah, GFS really doesn't show anything like that happening. Let me try Euro. Nah, nothing big. No disturbances. I know we did have that one system that went through the over Florida, through the Gulf, went through into like Louisiana, then looped back around and went out by Texas. Maybe that's the storm you're talking about, because that's already happened. So that's probably what you're thinking about. But yeah, no, that's already over with though. Jim says, see, I'm gonna have to bring a pretty big overnight bag. Yeah, just be careful if you do. Okay. Chris says, I remember we had a Dorito back in 2012. Storm system started out of Chicago, moved its way through Maryland and D.C. area. Roaring winds, frequent lightning. It was interesting. I was in the D.C. area at the time. I don't really remember it personally, but yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Renita says, okay, Andrew. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Anytime, my friend. Chris says, it's something that I will never forget, man. It was something, let's see. Was something to watch. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an experience, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean after Milton and stuff, we had all kinds of flooding. We had like 8 inches of rain. I think we got out here. So let's see. Thanks for showing me how to spell. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? That's why I just call it Dorito, man. You know, got our big cluster Doritos rolling through. Absolutely. But yeah, y'all, just remember we're going to be live tonight, too. We're going to be live probably around midnight. I'm going to go live at midnight so that we can help you guys out with everything. I think I'm going to work on my hurricane forecast video today. I've been meaning to work on it for the longest time ever, but I got some free time today, so I'm going to work on it. I'll make sure to do that. I'm gonna work on it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it today. At least I'm gonna get started on it, and then we'll have that up here hopefully soon. But yeah, then we'll do coverage tonight at like midnight. So let's see. Jim says I'm gonna go gather my firewood now. Sounds good. Sounds good. You must be somewhere cold, either A, or you're going camping or something. I was gonna say it's a little too warm for firewood, isn't it? Unless you're camping, then yeah, I can make that. That makes sense. Or if you're just getting it early, that's also true. You know, we kind of got the edge of this storm here, y'all. Let's see. Kind of on the backside of it now, but boy, did it drop down to temperatures, though. We had 81. We are now at 81.9 degrees out here. Dew point is 78, basically. Holy cow. Yeah, look at that. 78 degree dew point right now. Yikes. You got me, man. I'm always camping. Dude, I don't blame you. I love camping, too. I haven't been in years, though. Sean says, NWW, what year in 2020... What? What year in 2025? You mean, I think even month? What month in 2025 is peak of hurricane season? The answer to that is September. September 10th, I think, is main peak day of hurricane season, which is just the second week of September is the peak hurricane season. I'm sorry, I got a kick out of what year in 2025. But yeah, it's September. So the latter portion is August. You know, throughout August, that's when we're really climbing up the ladder. September's peak, and then October's downfall. Or decline. But it's not, it's like July and, July is when you start climbing the ladder. June is the bottom. Let's see, also November's the bottom too. So we still have yet to even see 98% of our activity. You know, we're still well ahead, or well below, you know, the main time for hurricane season. A lot of people think that it's going slow and stuff, which, I mean, compared to some seasons, maybe, but remember, we still have a lot of our season to go through, and we're not even near the most active part. So I just need people to remember that. Let's see here. Jim says, well, I'm certainly not going to go get it all at midnight. I've been watching your show. Same month my wife was born. Explained a lot. Oh, well, I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna go live again tonight. Once again, we're gonna go live probably around midnight, I'm thinking, just so I can do some night coverage, because you know with today's enhanced risk, we're definitely gonna need it. We did 2 hours of coverage yesterday, and we'll probably do something similar like that tonight as well. Just happy to be there, man. You know. Sean says you're gonna have a heavy thunderstorm on Thursday. Gotcha. We'll be careful out there. We'll see what happens. Man, look at them clouds. Look at the right hand cloud there. That looks pretty cool. You can see the different layers. So neat, man. Very, very cool stuff. But yeah, that storm has rolled out of the region here, so I think we're probably going to end up calling it a stream here soon. Just wanted to go live. I had to quickly throw everything together as I saw the storm system rolling through, so just wanted to be here to, you know, stream a little bit. But like I said, I'm gonna work on my video here soon about the hurricane season, so that'll be up probably, I don't think today, but maybe within the next couple of days. We'll try to have that up here. And then of course tonight we're gonna go live at midnight once again, so we'll do some coverage tonight in the Midwest. Your voice to text sucks. That's understandable. It's not always very accurate, is it? But alright, everybody. Well, thank you all for joining. I appreciate ya. Yeah, we're probably going to roll off here for now. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Leaving a like. It'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us and for hanging out here with us. It's much, much appreciated. If y'all have any questions before I roll off here, go ahead and throw them down in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them before we roll off if you have any. But if not, we're probably going to roll off here soon because the storm's already passed us. I don't think we're going to get any more today, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. We got 0.01 inches on our rainfall. We had so much rain. Such a rainy day today, man, I tell you. A whole 100th of an inch. Perfect. Let's see here. Have a good evening, everyone. See you in the next one. You too, Abby. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thank y'all for joining. Appreciate y'alls. We'll catch y'all tonight. Like I said, we'll be live at midnight Eastern. So we'll be here to, keep you guys updated with everything. But yeah, streams going to head off here in a minute. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. I just want to say thank you all for joining us. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys later on tonight. Alrighty, everybody, thanks for joining. Catch you on the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.